Okay, so welcome everyone to how to solve money problems when you don't have money. My name is Ogbo Awoke Obo. Why am I doing this? I am greatly alarmed that so many people are hurting themselves in this very bad economy. Many people who are taking their own lives are doing so because they are not able to cope with the financial difficulties that they have around them. Many people have reached out to me, and I thought that this is a very helpful material to put out there to help you, especially because I've gone through lots of financial difficulties myself. I've gone through lots of financial difficulties myself, and I have learned a lot that by the time I finish sharing with you this evening, you're going to have peace. You're not only going to have peace, you're going to have to know exactly what to do to come out of your financial problems. So, my story with my money problems actually amplified when I left Shell. That was in 2008. I made a very bad investment that uh, that thing was called Nospetco. It was supposed to be some kind of equity fund business, but the Nigerian SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, slammed down on them as a wonder bank, and I lost all that money. And so things became really very difficult. Couldn't pay school fees anymore, couldn't pay rent. All those years I worked in Shell, I didn't have my own house. And that's another thing about financial problems. Sometimes we set up problems in the future by the choices that we are making right now. In other words, we can complicate our financial futures by making the wrong choices today. So I didn't save, I didn't have emergency funds, I didn't have enough financial literacy as much as I do today, and I didn't have a budget that was performing. So all those things culminated to all these financial difficulties that I had. And they lasted for 7 or 8 years. In fact, 8 years before things began to turn around. So, what did I learn from my financial struggles? So, I learned four major things from my financial struggles. The first one is that financial problems are never in a hurry. It's important that you understand this. Because I'm not saying this from a textbook. I'm saying it from life, from what I experienced. The financial problems don't end when you want it to end. And I'm going to tell you why this is important when you have to deal in the way you have to deal with financial problems. Remember, financial problems are never in a hurry to go away. They are never in a hurry to go away. So your own hurry, that the fact that you're in a hurry to move on with your life doesn't mean that the financial problems around you are in a hurry. And so this forces you to have to be your best and to do your best and to wait it out. The second thing I learned from my financial struggles is that financial problems are a blessing in disguise. I'm going to illustrate this after this. You are going to be very, very thankful after this that you have financial problems. And then there are 5 ways, actually 5, not 4, not to solve your money problems. And unfortunately, 99% of the people do one or a combination of these 4 things or these 5 things to try to solve their financial problems. And then finally, the fourth thing I learned from my own financial struggles is that marketing and selling will solve any money problem, no matter how small, how big, no matter how urgent or how long term it is. Marketing and selling will set you free from money troubles. So let's look at the financial problems as a blessing in disguise. What financial problems do for you? They force you to rethink your values and your priorities in life. When we are growing up, we actually think, and especially because of the way the society has presented it to us, we actually think that money is everything. And then financial problems come, they give us a reality slap. They they bring us down from our high horses, because you see all those, people showing off on social media, showing us their big cars and houses and all that. So it's very easy to get carried away, especially early in your career when you begin to see lots of money. It happened to me. So when financial problems come, they give you a reality slap, and then you begin to reprioritize, to refocus on those things that really matter. Maybe relationships, maybe family, maybe character. Secondly, financial problems help you to solidify your marriage. Because you see, there is, I don't know what that psychological effect is called. You see, but when people have shared experiences, when people have shared experiences, especially shared adversity or shared struggles, they seem to bond very, very strongly. So if you're having a financial difficulty and you and your spouse are actually cooperating in dealing with it, it will help you greatly. I remember during our financial struggle, actually, this was even before I started working in Shell. When I got married newly, I didn't have a job. I was in postgraduate school. My wife, well, didn't have a job. Later, she got a locum. And then sometimes, we would have rice to cook, but there will be no condiments. There may only be pepper. And so she will cut the pepper, put in the rice, and then we'll be eating and laughing. I'll be pushing the peppers to her. She'll be pushing it to me and all that. And so there was serious bonding. Now, financial problems also make you wise with money. The way you spend, in fact, the way I spend money now, after my financial difficulties, is so different from the time, I had all this money and didn't know what to do with it. Okay, and again, financial problems of the present actually keep you. They come with a lesson to help you not to make worse mistakes in the future. Today, I know what not to invest in. Today, I know, as I listen to people who tell me, oh, there's this shiny object, there's this opportunity in town, just come, and then, so I know what to believe and what not to believe, because of the financial troubles I had gone through. The financial problems also give you the opportunity to solve your own problem and achieve financial independence. Because you see, it's sad, when you are 40, 45, you're still depending on your mother or your father, your aunt, some big uncle, or some local government chairman or something to give you money before you eat. You're even depending on friends, to give you money before you can feed your family. That's terrible. Number 6, it brings out strength, passions, creativity that you never knew that you had, because the process of solving your financial problems involves a lot of creativity. And then, best of all, I like this one. If you conquer your money fears, you will conquer all fears. If you conquer your money fears, you will conquer all fear. So financial troubles actually are a blessing in this. Look at all these 7 things. Which one would you not like to have in your life? Now, let me talk about 4 or 5 ways not to solve your money problems. The very first one, but before we go on, I want you to mark 27th to 31st August on your calendar. I'm going to talk to you about this now, but just take a brief moment, write it by the side of your note, 27th to 31st August. That's when we are going to hold our cohort 2 of the Financial Fitness Challenge, which you definitely don't want to miss. So the first thing you don't want to do when you have financial problems is to worry, to panic, or to be anxious. See, because these things break down your health. By the way, they not only break down your health, they do not contribute to solving the problems. Remember, I told you earlier that financial problems are never in a hurry to go away. So you're worrying, you're panicking, your anxiety about money, about the problems. Oh, house rent is coming in 2 weeks. The landlord will pursue me. I know the situation can be very dicey, because you might be in that situation right now where, landlord has given you quit notice, and then you have to leave. If you can't pay, you have to leave like in another 1 week. It can be very, very troublesome. But I can tell you, as a veteran financial problem survivor, that those things, you won't die. We had it. And normally, Because of the state of your mind, it will look like, oh, the whole world will crash, oh, they will kill you, oh, they will take you to court, and nothing will happen. So avoid worry, panic, and anxiety. I know it's easier said than done, but I can tell you these three things don't help you in solving financial problems. They complicate it, and then often they complicate your health as well. Okay, number two, don't look for someone to come and save you. And stop looking for miracle money, because all those shortcuts, remember, financial problems are not in a hurry to go away. So if you like, you face yourself to become the best of you and to learn things and to find the strength within you to go through it, or you look for shortcuts, somebody who will just come magically, destiny helper, and then solve all your financial problems. Even if somebody like that comes, don't go. Can you imagine what the way egos, the ego parents teach their young egos to fly is they push them out of the nest. And then, so can you imagine if, oh, don't take them out of the nest, oh, let's leave them, let's protect them, I don't want them to suffer. You'll find an ego, a 60-year-old ego that can fly, still in the nest. So these things come in order for you to express your own creativity, to think by yourself, to bring out the magic in you. But you see, if you spend the energy waiting for other people to come and solve that problem for you, or for someone who will come and give you money, it's going to be a long night. The third thing you don't want to do, begging, avoid it. And of course, there's the difference between asking and begging. Stop begging. It diminishes you. It affects your self-esteem. Okay, so avoid it as much as you can. We'll talk about what you should do later. Number four, don't compromise on your morals and values. A young lady reached out to me. She was owing some amount of money, I think like 350,000 naira or so. And she said to me that she couldn't find it, and then that money had to be paid back to the group. She was made a treasurer of a particular group, and she was using that money because she always believed she was going to pay it back, until the thing became a huge debt. And then I asked her what her options were. She said that she was planning to go and sleep with men, that she knows that if she sleeps with men for a week or two, that she will get that money. Well, that's a shortcut, but sleeping with somebody for money is more than sleeping. People think that sex is just a biological event. It's also a spiritual event, and it's also a psychological event. So a lot of people have their lives so messed up and their futures messed up because of the kind of spiritual and psychological bonds and covenants that they made with different kinds of people, compromising because they want money. So be careful that you don't compromise your values, your integrity. Even in the office, you have a chance to take bribe or to something. Don't compromise because of financial difficulties, because it will haunt you in the future. It will come for a pound of flesh in the future. And then finally, avoid get rich quick fixes. Okay, get rich quick fixes. I fell into so many of them. All those network marketing and pyramid schemes. They say, "Oh, come, bring two people. I'll give it. Bring two people who bring two people, and then within 3 weeks, you will have 10 million naira, and then you can pay off." So when you look at it, oh, my debt is 30 million. If I just bring two people who will bring two people and bring two people, and I'm going to get 40 million in 3 weeks, I will pay it off. Avoid it. Avoid it. Remember, money problems are never in a hurry to go away. And again, please don't meddle with the occult. Don't meddle with money rituals. Those things are not as simple as they come. It is very, very true that people do sell their souls because of money rituals. So let me give you a few tips for solving your money problems without problems. The number one is prepare your mind for the rough and tough. You see, financial problems don't kill anybody. Believe me, they don't kill. It's the way we handle it, the way your mind thinks about it, and the way, because you see, your thoughts affects the way you feel, and the way you feel affects the actions that you take. So if your thoughts and your mindset about financial problems is weak, it's going to generate weak feelings, which will generate weak actions, which could potentially kill. So, but if you prepare your mind, hey, this thing is rough and tough, but I'm also rough and tough. People have gone through it before. Therefore, I can. So prepare your mind, because I think we are such a hedonistic generation. We think that comfort or pleasure, is the purpose of life. No, that's not the purpose of life. Life is much more than. So it's okay to endure temporary inconvenience or adversity, financial adversity, because of what's coming in the future that we already talked about, those blessings in disguise. Number two, don't go it alone. You need to protect your mental health when you are going through financial problems. Involve your family. Talk with people. Okay, join a growth mindset community. Like the financial fitness community, it's amazing. We have a group of people, who are helping each other grow. Who when they feel somebody feels bad, the other encourages. When one sees an opportunity hit. So be a part of that kind of community. Don't join losers and people who keep on moaning about how bad the economy is, how bad the government, how bad everything, how the world is collapsing. You're not going to help yourself being in that kind of community, but be in a community with a growth mindset, with a positive mindset. Hey, things are bad right now, but cheer up, guy. Things are going to be okay. Do this, try this, and all that. And then, so you have that kind of feedback. Stay true to your identity and values. I've already said that. You don't want to compromise just because things are hard, because by the time things turn the corner, your conscience will never forgive you for the things that you've done. Number four, believe that this is just a passing phase. I know when I was going through those horrible 8 years, from 8 years actually, it's 8 or 9 years. Well, by the seventh, 8th year, things started turning a little bit, but it actually took like 9 years. Those years were, because when you're passing through it, it looks like that's the end of the world, but it's not really the end of the world. It's just a passing phase. And then let me shock you. Do you know that you can, in one transaction, recover everything you lost in 7 years? I'm telling you, it happened to me. You can, in one transaction, one thing, just recover what you've lost in the past 10 years. That's why you don't want to compromise your value, your integrity, because you're going to need it to become free. And then 5, devote all your time and energy, everything, like 90% of your time, devote it to learning, marketing, and selling. I can't emphasize this enough. There is no money problem that marketing and selling skills cannot solve. If you can sell, you can erase your money problems, like literally overnight. So devote time to learn marketing, to learn how to sell. And there's so many coaches out there doing incredible things. Become part of their communities. Learn how they're selling. Go on YouTube, find resources on marketing, on selling, and you can sell services, you can sell products and all that. And then you might say, okay, suppose I don't have capital. Well, my mentor said to me when I was in that situation, say, oh, but if you have capital, buy and sell. So if you have capital, you can invest, you can buy, you can pay for rent if you're dealing with a physical product, and then you can rent a warehouse, you can import things from China or buy things or become a distributor. But many of us are not in that position. So he said, if you don't have capital, sell and buy. So find somebody who needs the house. Find somebody who has a house, who is selling a house. So how much are you selling your house? Is 30 million. You go to this other person, okay, I have a house to sell to you for 40 million. And that is how you've made 10 million, by selling and buying. Coming back to the fact that selling skills and marketing skills are critical. Okay, so let me give you a simple framework to solve your money problems. And I want to remind you again to put this date, 27th to 31st August, in your calendar. That's when we are going to do the financial fitness challenge, so that you can have a total makeover and gain control and mastery over your finances using step-by-step guide, framework. So put it down. So I want to introduce you to one tool that I developed the other day. So This framework, this PDF is going to be available, and in fact also the presentation, if you want it, is going to be available in the Telegram group. I'm going to show you the Telegram group. You can screen capture that. You can also screen capture this. So in that Telegram group, you get the chance to get this. So go to the Telegram group immediately after this, and I'm going to post this presentation there, as well as this money problem solving tool. And the best way to teach you this is to use a case study of somebody, who has financial problem. So the area of analysis, the person says, I have, my financial problems. I want to analyze my financial problems. So what is her problem? She says, I don't earn enough money. Okay, I'm in serious debt, and I don't have emergency funds or savings. So you see, this tool allows you to go from defining your area of analysis to specifying what exactly is the problem in this area of analysis. And then it allows you to also dig down into the possible reasons why you are having this problem. And then it finally tells you what you need to perform, the analysis you need to perform in order to solve it. This is so fantastic, and this is so useful, because in solving your financial problem, you really need to devote a lot of time to do some critical thinking. So if you do good thinking, then chances are that you are going to have activity or take actions that are very, very powerful and effective in solving the problem. So now, as for what are the possible reasons why she doesn't earn enough money? So she says she doesn't have high income skills. She's stuck in a low paying job. She lives in Lagos, and then the cost of living in Lagos is high. You do the same thing for the debt, and you do the same thing for the not having an emergency fund. And so then the final part of this tool is, what's the analysis to be performed? So in the case of her not having high income skills, because you can see how powerfully this tool has helped her to tear down her problem, to analyze it, because you cannot solve a problem that you have not carefully understood its root cause. So this is a kind of root cause analysis, but it's actually a problem-solving tree. So it helps you to get down to the root of the matter, because if you don't actually understand the root of your financial problems, you can't solve it. This is why this framework is very powerful. You've got to think through the root cause of your financial problems. For instance, if you don't earn enough money, then you need to start solving the problem from that root cause. Because if you don't have enough money, but you're going around to do other things, you're not solving the problem, and the financial problem remains. So what does she need to do now that she has found the possible reasons for her not earning enough money? The analysis that she can do is, what are the high income skills that align with my passion and my strength? Now she says she's stuck in a low paying job. The analysis that she has to perform, what are the better paying jobs, including remote working opportunities across the world where she could even earn dollars? And then she says, high cost of living in Lagos. Analysis, can we try budgeting differently? Can we try internal relocation opportunities? Internal relocation meaning maybe you move to a different part of Lagos because the island is significantly more expensive where it used to be, because some parts of the mainland are becoming very, very expensive right now. It could also be, can I consider moving from Lagos to Benin, to Abuja, to Abakaliki, to Enugu, to those other places? Because sometimes we live so long in a particular place that we become blinded to opportunities that could exist elsewhere. So this is the financial problem solving tree that I'm going to make available for you. Okay, now to get this presentation and also to get the financial problem solving tool, you need to join the financial fitness community on Telegram. So you can screen capture this. After this, I will also put it under the chat or under the comment section so that you can click on it and join. And then the most important news is the Financial Fitness Challenge coming in August. It's usually a 5-day event. So in the mornings, I share with you a video, a lecture in video like this one that we just had now. So in the morning, you receive a video very early in the morning before you actually wake up, so that you can use 15 minutes, 20 minutes of your early morning before you go to work or something to look at it. I also give you a worksheet because the major problem in our part of the world is implementation. It's knowing what to do, not just knowing about these things. That is the problem, or that's the main challenge that a lot of people have with just motivational speaking. Motivation is very important, extremely important. But you see, being motivated and not taking action messes up the whole theory of motivation. And so every morning you get a video lecture, and then you also get a worksheet that allows you to implement the things that I've taught you in the video. Then in the evening, we come together where you meet hundreds of people, different people. The last time we had accountants, we had medical doctors, we had lecturers, we had PhD holders, so many of them, some from the US, some from different parts of the world, some from South Africa and others. So you network exceedingly because your financial fitness is not a journey you want to go alone. You need to network, you need other people. So mark your calendar for 27th to 31st August. You'll be getting a lot more information on how to enroll. And as a matter of fact, people have started enrolling, and then there are bonuses. Some of my really nicest books that are there that you get automatically when you enroll. And then of course you start joining the conversation to talk about your money challenges, your money goals, and then you start networking for people who can do that with you. All right, so I hope this has been really, really very valuable